the FBI, left speechless and bewildered, struggled to find words to describe what they had seen. The once unbreachable prison was now shattered by not only one but 3 prisoners. Who were they? What motivated them to take such daring action? Welcome back to Factual Facts. Today, we delve into the enigmatic and shocking prison break from the notorious Alcatraz Island, an event that continues to baffle authorities even to this day. Alcatraz, known as the Rock, stood as a fortress amidst the treacherous waters of the San Francisco Bay. Its formidable reputation as an impenetrable prison made it a symbol of ultimate confinement and housing some of the most dangerous criminals in American history. In the 1930s, Alcatraz was an intimidating place, surrounded by rough waters. The prison was designed with stronger bars, guard towers, and strict rules, making escape nearly impossible. But despite of these formidable circumstances, between 1934 and the prison's closure in 1963, a total of 36 individuals dared to make 14 distinct escape attempts. However, nearly all of them were either caught or didn't survive. But then, in 1960 and 1961, 3 prisoners arrived at Alcatraz, forever altering its destiny. Frank Morris, with convictions for bank robbery, burglary, and previous escape attempts, joined Alcatraz in January 1960. That same year, John Anglin, a fellow convict, was also transferred to the island, followed by his brother Clarence in early 1961. This story's main character are these 4 prisoners, and all of them knew each other from their previous prisons. Alan West knows more about this prison from the other 3, because he has spent much time here than the others. The plan from Alcatraz escape was first shared by Alan with his friends in 1961. He has found some loophole through the Block B of the prison, which he thought will be the only way to escape from the prison. Now the problem was that all of them were meeting during their lunch, dinner, and breakfast in the mess, but none of them were kept in cell in Block B. All of them tried to get shifted to Block B somehow, and at last, to their happiness, the jail officer not only shifted them to Block B, but also kept them in cells adjacent to each other. After successfully accomplishing their initial objective of moving to Block B, their plans and thoughts during their time in each cell remained unknown. However, on July 12, 1962, during the usual morning routine, the staff discovered that 3 prisoners were absent during the assembly count. Upon further inspection of the cells, the staff found the Anglin brothers and Frank Morris sleeping in their respective beds. However, upon closer examination, they were astonished to find only dummy heads made from a mixture of soap, plaster, and concrete. The purpose of these dummy heads was to deceive the night duty staff and ensure that their absence went unnoticed for approximately 10 hours. One of the dummy heads was damaged during the subsequent investigation, as evidenced by the accompanying picture. While the authorities were astonished, they held a certain level of confidence that even if the prisoners managed to escape the prison, they would be unable to pass the treacherous surrounding waters of the island. It is important to note that Alan West, despite being the mastermind behind the initial plan, was not among those who successfully escaped. Following the incident, an investigation team was assembled, and the authorities remained vigilant, initiating a thorough search of the island for the escaped prisoners. During the investigation, it was discovered that all 3 prisoners had managed to escape through a hole they had meticulously crafted in their respective cells. Surprisingly, the hole was not only found in the cells of the 3 escapees, but also in the cell belonging to Alan West. It was at this point that Alan realized it was opportune to disclose the truth to the authorities. He admitted that the entire plan had been devised by him, including the creation of the dummy heads using stolen soap and hair from the jail's barber shop. Each of the 4 cells had a 5.9-inch wide vent on the back wall, which Alan was aware of due to his prior work in jail maintenance. Utilizing spoons pilfered from the kitchen, the prisoners strategically widened the vent holes, concealing their activities by placing personal belongings in front of them. The work was primarily conducted during the bustling hours of the musical sessions, when noise permeated the entire cell block. The vent led to an unguarded corridor, which further provided access to a grill leading to the block's rooftop. All 4 individuals had previous experience in jail maintenance, and during that time, they had been planning their escape from the rooftop. To descend, they utilized a pipe that extended directly to the ground, allowing them to bypass the jail's 15-foot-high fence. They had also made arrangements for crossing the water by constructing an inflatable raft using rubber raincoats. These raincoats had been provided by the jail authorities, and the escapees had been collecting them in preparation for this crucial day. Additionally, they fashioned life jackets from the raincoats to ensure their safety during the water crossing. The FBI faced the pressing question of the escapees' whereabouts. Alan suggested that according to the plan, they were supposed to reach a nearby island first and then steal clothes. The FBI diligently searched the entire vicinity of the suggested island but found no trace of the prisoners nor received any reports of theft in the area. It remains uncertain whether Alan fabricated this information or if the escapees truly disappeared without a trace. However, the presence of footprints on the rooftop and the pipe used for their descent supports Alan's account. Several days later, 2 life jackets, belonging to the escapees, were discovered floating in the water along with their personal belongings. It is unclear whether this indicates that they had drowned or if they purposely left the life jackets behind to mislead the FBI into believing they were deceased and subsequently closed the case. The FBI maintained vigilant surveillance on the relatives of the escapees but found no evidence of them meeting with anyone. This turn of events added to the intrigue and made it a worldwide mystery. After a considerable amount of time had passed, the nephew of the England brothers finally informed the FBI that his father had confessed to his sisters on his deathbed, revealing that the 2 brothers were safe and well. So it became a mystery now. Either they lived on with different identities or have drowned into the deep waters.